Guys, hey, this is Donna. I'm back in the kitchen, guys. And I want to show you guys really quickly this simple, easy recipe, how to make cake goop. Now, sometimes you have all these extra ingredients in your home and sometimes you don't use them all. I think shortening is one of those ingredients that I don't really use a lot of. So I said, you know what? I found this recipe online. I said, you know what? Let me make this cake goop. And then sometimes you don't have any more, baking spray. Or maybe you only have the Pam spray, which you need to make sure it has flour in it, and sometimes you just don't have it. Then of course, we still have the old school as well, but sometimes that takes a while to do as well. So I thought this was very unique, and so I'm gonna just go ahead and get started and show you guys how to make this really simple cake goop in order to allow your cakes to have a perfect release by using this particular cake goop. Okay, so basically you're gonna need 1 cup of oil, okay? You're going to need 1 cup of shortening, and you're going to need 1 cup of flour, okay? And they have to be equal parts, and this is all you need. We're going to go ahead and just pour in the oil. Make sure we get all that out. Get that scraped out there. And then we're going to go ahead and put in the shortening. This is 1 cup of shortening. Let's go ahead and just put that in there. Make sure all that's out. And then we're going to pour in 1 cup of flour. So we'll get that poured in as well. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and kind of break this down a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and use our hand mixer. You can also do this in a stand mixer, which I have a stand mixer, but I didn't really feel like getting all that out, right? So here we are. So I have my handy dandy hand mixer here. So we're going to go ahead and just get this started. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just mix this until it's nice and fluffy. Just keep mixing it up here until it's nice and smooth. And then once you get it all nice and smooth and mixed up here, you're going to go ahead and scrape down your sides. Make sure all the flour and the shortening is embedded in here. I'll just use this here. I'm really looking forward to using this too. I think it's going to be so cool. When I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, cake goop. Is that what it's called? All right. So I'm going to put this, and after you're done with it, you just go ahead and put it in. You can put it in like a mason jar, which is really what I wanted to do, but I don't have an extra one right now. I have to buy one. But in the meantime, I'm going ahead and just put it in this little plastic container here with a lid on it. I'm going to go ahead and store that in the refrigerator until I can get me a mason jar. So basically, this is what it's looking like. Make sure there's no clumps or lumps in it. That's all to it. That's it. So whenever you're ready to bake another cake, you need to grease down that pan. You just put some of this in there and brush it in. And it's going to give you a perfect release of your cake. And even if you want, instead of just using the basic Crisco, you can use the butter Crisco if you want to as well, to give you even more flavor for your cake goop. But this is all I had right now, so this is what I'm using. We'll go ahead and stop that now. Let's take a look at it. It's nice and creamy. And then once you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to harden, and then you'll have more of a solid type of texture to it. You'll just pour it into your bowl or your jar, put a tight lid on it, put it in your refrigerator, and just store it in there until you're ready to use it. Okay, so I have my cup here. So I'll go ahead and pour that in. And go ahead and store it in your refrigerator. So then I'll just go ahead and seal this with this, like so. Okay. And I'm also going to write on here cake goop with this. So it's going to be cake goop. And I'm gonna put the date on it. Just to, I don't think you really need it. It doesn't expire or nothing like that. But I'm gonna put the date that I actually prepared this. So today is July 24th. 24. Okay, so there you are. Cake Goop. Enjoy.